guys, it's Caitlin.
Bridges, they are burning. Lover, I am worried. Tables, they are turning.
And today I'm going to be doing a makeup challenge. Y'all said you want to see some other things besides first impressions and get ready with me's, and so I decided I would do a challenge. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup only using one makeup brush, and this is the makeup brush I chose. So if you guys are interested and excited to see this video, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe down below. Follow my social media, and let's just jump right into it. So on my channel, I mostly tend to do first impressions, get ready with me's, just that kind of like chill talking video. I just like to do those more, and so y'all wanted some little differentiation, so I decided I would do a challenge. I've only ever done one makeup challenge before, and it's where I used paintbrushes to do my makeup, and y'all really liked that, so I decided I would use one makeup brush, and this is the U Spicy 217 brush. I got this in a set from Amazon, and this is what it looks like. It's like an angled, not super fluffy brush, but I feel like it would be good to get an even base. I can contour, I can blush, I can highlight with it. I could squeeze it like this to do my eyebrows with, and I feel like I could get a little bit of eyeshadow on there. So I decided to choose this brush, and we're just gonna hop right into this. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm gonna use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I have not tried this yet. This is like a tiny little one that I got, and I decided I would use it in this video just to try it and see if I like it. So I'm gonna squirt it on my hand. Whoa, it's clear. Okay, I'm gonna get on this brush. And primer is super easy. Like, you just smudge it all over your face. This does not require any even particular application, but this smells kind of weird. It feels very silicone-y. Normally I put on primer with my hands, so this is a little bit weird. So now I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna use the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation. This is what it looks like. This is the dupe for the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. So I'm just gonna squirt a little bit on my face and then blend it out with the brush. Actually, I'm gonna put it right here because that way it doesn't squirt all over me. We don't have to risk it going all over my face. So normally I would use a like dense brush like this to blend in foundation, but I thought I needed to choose a brush that is versatile for foundation, for eyeshadow, for eyebrows, for everything. So I was like, okay, this is kind of like what I'm looking for. So I just decided to go with this. I don't know if people who apply foundation like this. It's very streaky because of the brush and how it's not dense at all. Like, this is not a cute look. Oof. If you guys could see my skin, it looks like I'm literally just putting this on top of something. It looks like I'm wearing a mask. Like, it is not blending into my skin at well. It's just sitting there streaky as ever. Y'all probably can't even tell on camera, but oof, I look rough. I'm not gonna blend it down my neck because there's no point, but this foundation does oxidize, so I probably should blend it down my neck, but like, I'm not about that. I'm just gonna keep trying to blend this in and see if I get anywhere. P.S. guys, I'm sick, so that's why I sound like a man. I'm sorry. I don't usually sound like this, as we know, but like, if you're new to my channel and you think I sound gross, watch one of my other videos. I promise I never sound like this. Also, I decided to change my intro because it was getting a little old. I've had it since January and it's now May, and I was like, okay, time for a new intro. It was very controversial when I posted it on that new video, and most people liked it, most people did not like it. I'd say it was like a 50-50. Some people are like, bring back the old one, I like the old one. But then we had some people who were like, I like this one, it was nice, like blah, blah, blah. So I made a few modifications. I made it longer, so hopefully that helps. But I started not just applying the foundation like this and started swirling it in just like this, and I feel like that gave me a much better application. It's not streaky anymore. Of course, I don't look the best, but like, at least we're not a streaky hot mess. So now I'm gonna go in with concealer, ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just gonna go like this. I don't know if this is cheating, but there's like not a way for me to apply this like on the brush. Like, that just doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna put this on my face and then blend it out with the brush. I haven't used this in a while because it oxidizes, but this used to be a holy grail of mine. Just gonna take my brush and do some swirling motions. I'm gonna spread it out and then do some swirling motions. I feel like we're not gonna get a very full coverage look today, but like I could be wrong. I feel like the brush is absorbing so much product. But I'm going to wipe off my brush in between product uses. I cannot set it with powder with a brush full of foundation concealer. That just wouldn't work well. So I am going to wipe it off. I don't know if that's cheating or not. I'm still technically using one brush. And this isn't even a good way of cleaning it. Like normally I would wash it with soap and water. But like, that's all we got. So now I'm going to take the Coty Airspun powder. I haven't used this in a while because I've been using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. But I'm just going to take this, and my brush is now wet a bit, which is not going to set well. But I'm just going to try and pat this into my skin. I feel like this is going to work like okay. It is going to take a little bit longer, and I do prefer a fluffy brush. But I feel like this isn't the worst brush to do this with. Like, it would be way worse if I used an eyeshadow brush, you know? So I was trying to consider like all the possibilities and all the products that I had to use and which brush would best suit that, you know? Okay, so now my face is set. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks really airbrushed, which I'm surprised about. Like, this brush is actually doing pretty good. I'm just scared about eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna bronze up my face using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Duo. This used to be my favorite thing until I tried some more recent products. But I am a bit scared for this just because normally I use a fluffier brush than this, and since this is like packed with concealer and foundation and powder on it, I feel like it's not going to use the best. Okay, this is a little bit harder to do bronzer with than I was expecting just because the concealer and foundation is so caked on there. But I'm just trying to go with it in more contouring than bronzing, I would say. So that's the bronzer. I feel like it didn't do too much to my skin, but that's okay. Now I'm going to use this Laura Geller blush, and I'm just going to not wipe the brush off just because it does have bronzer and powder on it, so I feel like it's not going to make a huge difference. But I'm going to wipe it off when I do my brows. But it is hard to blend this out because usually I use a fluffy brush, and this is giving me a very blushed look. I will say my base makeup is looking way better than expected, but in person, my face does not match my neck. I don't know if y'all could tell on camera, but like, I'm looking Donald Trump and then Snow White. Just saying. Now I'm gonna use my e.l.f. highlight in the shade Moonlight Pearls. This is awesome. I really like it. I'm just gonna take this and kind of like smush it together to highlight my nose, just so that it's not huge, because I like a pretty pinched nose highlight. And I'm just gonna do cheekbones. This is a highlighter that does not give me a gray or orange cast on my cheekbones, which I really appreciate just because it matches my skin super well and it's really nice. So yeah, this one is super good, and it's only like $4. And they do have other shades if you are a darker complexion. We're highlighted all over, and I'm going to wipe off my brush as much as possible. It is time for brows, and there's no way I could use a brow pencil with this brush, so I decided to use a pomade. This is the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream in the shade Light Brown, which is the lightest shade that they offer, or it was the lightest shade when I went to the store and bought it, and I thought it would be fine for me. But it is super dark. I chose it because it is such a creamy formula, and I feel like the brush could really help that, and that's what's only gonna like work with this brush. So that's what I chose. Since the brush is wet, I feel like I can pinch it and make it skinnier than if it was dry. So that's the skinniness we're working with. This is gonna be a hot mess. I got a little bit on my brush, and I'm just gonna go at it. We're gonna go for wispy brows. I'm just taking what's left and kind of brushing it through the brow hairs. This is rough. This is really rough. Okay, and that's the final eyebrows, looking snatched as ever. Honestly, I don't think my eyebrows have ever looked this good. And we're just gonna wipe this off again. That was really hard, and like even getting that, and I wish I could just spoolie them out, but that's not the brush that we chose. Imagine if I did foundation with the spoolie. Oh, that'd be bad. I use my Morphe 35O palette. I haven't used this in a very long time, and I decided to whip it out again. I'm going to set my lid with this shade right here, which is just a white, just to set the concealer and foundation so that our eyeshadow doesn't crease. This brush is actually pretty good for setting the concealer and powder on your eye just because it's huge. But like, this is not a good fluffy transition brush. I'm gonna go in for this orange shade right here in the middle, and I'm gonna add this to my crease. Okay, so I'm blending this in my crease. It's actually being very pigmented. It kind of looks like a cut crease, just saying. But I mixed that shade and that shade because I accidentally dipped into this shade because the brush is so huge. So I decided just to mix them now. But I'm trying to focus this in the crease, and it actually is looking like a cut crease. So I'm not mad. Okay, so that's our transition shade in our crease, looking fine as ever. So we're gonna deepen her up with a brown. I'm gonna use that brown right there. It's like orangey terracotta-esque. And I'm gonna pop that in the outer V just to create some dimension. I'm using the outer skirts of my brush. My dad decided it would be a cool time to blow leaves out of our yard right now. So I sincerely apologize if you hear his blower. We love a blending sister. So now we're gonna add shimmer because that's the way to fix everything. Am I right, ladies? For the shimmer, we're gonna add this goldeny bronze tone. I feel like it's just gonna complement the look very well. I'm just gonna add this all over my eyeballs. And now we're gonna do our bottom lash line just to connect them all together. I'm gonna take the same two transition shades that we started off with, and we're just gonna pop that on the bottom lash line. Blend them together, you know? Okay, so that's the final eyeshadow look. Not what I was expecting. It actually looks better than I was like anticipating it to look like. I did not expect my brush to be able to do this much work. I feel like there is a lot of dark shadows going in on my inner corner, but that's because the shimmer was here and like the transition was here. It was a hot mess, but it's okay. I do not trust myself to apply mascara with this brush, so that's not gonna happen. If you were waiting for that to happen, I am sorry. Instead, I'm going to use this mascara by e.l.f. and I do not like this. It's very natural. It does like nothing to my eyelashes, but I figured I would use a bad mascara just to complement the look. So I'm gonna use this hot red. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Barcelona. She's a red queen looking like Christmas. So we're just gonna do this. I've never used this before. It's brand new. I'm just gonna pop this on my brush, and this is gonna stain it, but it's okay. Just gonna go like that, and we're gonna line and fill in our lips. Oh man, it's so big, it's so hard to control. Miranda sings who? I just want to say, while I'm continuing to finish up my lips, my dad fixed my whole camera angle and like setup. This is kind of like a life updates video in one, but my camera angle was always tilted, if you guys did not know that, and it was always sideways. So my dad fixed it, and now my videos aren't crooked and they're like centered, and I don't have as much of a double chin. So thanks to my El Padre. We're gonna clean this baby up, but this is the final look. Honestly, the eyeshadow and the lips are the only bad thing. Honestly, like if you saw me on the streets with this eyeshadow, it would look bad. Just like I've seen worse when people do their makeup with normal eyeshadow brushes. Not trying to throw any shade or any tea, but like it's true. The lips are very interesting, looking like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, who, just saying. But I did all of this using this makeup brush, so like y'all can't even come for me. You guys can't even come for me because I did all of this using this brush. You witnessed it. Honestly, the base of my makeup looks so good. Foundation, concealer, powder, blush, bronzer. Like my base looks airbrushed straight out of Photoshop. Dang! I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe down below. Comment down below some more makeup challenges that you would like to see me do. I actually enjoyed this because it is a challenge. You wouldn't expect someone to be able to do their makeup with this brush. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time I post. Bye!